That wasn't so hard. Ah, that's how we win. Nice. It's me, it's CGB. We're playing a bizarre United Battlefront deck. This is Control, I guess, Boros Control. Enchantment Prison. It uses United Battlefront to get answers to the board, as opposed to getting threats to the board, which is always a sussy approach to the game in best of one. But when your opponents are so insanely high on life gain decks and such, it can work. And of course, immediately under City Sewers. How does the deck win? I'm not telling you. I'll tell you after this game. All right, it's a graveyard deck. That can be fine. This is Sultai Reanimator. It can be fine. We're going to have to, you know, we're on the draw, so we don't even get to cast United Battlefront before they possibly get to reanimate their graveyard. But I might have something for them. Let's just make sure we curve out here. I don't think High Noon really matters to them. Oh, you saw it, didn't you? It was on top of the deck right there. You saw it. Uh-huh. What? Draw a card, discard a card, frog. Yeah. They're bringing gifts all over the place, but right now bringers are the only things. All right, bricked it. How many bricks do you think I run? You think the answer is 4? It's not. It's 3. Let me know if you spot the win con. Leave a comment right now. Rest in peace. 3 copies, guys, and we're thinning the deck. We're gonna make sure we hit it off this United Battlefront, and then our opponent rage scoops, and it's not even a problem. This deck has more hits for United Battlefront than maybe anything I've ever built. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like on something small, like 22, 23 lands, 4 United Battlefronts. Everything else is a hit. We're not gonna miss. It won't happen. And in so many ways, it's a stacks deck. It just tries to put the opponent in a corner and make it so they can't do anything. So it's United Battlefront that gets stacks pieces for you Commander players, floodgates for you Yu-Gi-Oh players. I'm talking about High Noon, Rest in Peace, Authority of the Consuls, things that make the opponent's cards, all of their cards of a certain type, do less. Straight to it. Let's go. Guys, we have to talk. There is no Rest in Peace, but we are closer to one. I guess I'll take these. I mean, they can't Crater Hoof me through an Authority, which is what I've seen these Reanimator decks doing more and more often. We got 18. Yeah, they already have it. That's nice for them. I'll take the life, I guess. I mean, it really sucks we didn't get that Rest in Peace. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of lame. Why would they bounce the High Noon there when I'm the one who now has the problem of the High Noon? I don't know. Anyway, if they untap, do we die? 6, 12. Yeah, it's looking dead. Looking pretty dead. And there's no Rest in Peace in sight. So what do we banish? It has to be something big. Guess it's you? And we have 2 mana left. I guess we double Authority them and hope they feed us some life. That was pretty rough on the United Battlefront front. When you have Rest in Peace in your deck, oof. You kind of expect to be able to rely on Rest in Peace in your deck, you know what I mean? So yeah, we don't have like Day of Judgment that we're gonna draw here and be okay. because we're expecting to be able to rest in peace before they get to just seamlessly do their thing. You're late. Anyway, that plus Caretaker's talent is doing an impression of the Forge. You guys remember the Forge? We all miss Urabrask's Forge here in Token Land. So that's the idea, is to get the Forge, which is not the Forge, but it does gain life, which is pretty sick. Caretaker's talent, level this up, draw a bunch of cards. Wind Crag Siege, choosing probably Jeskai, which lets us make 1/1 goblins with lifelink and haste. Peck them to death with those things. Use Star Cage to keep the small creatures off the board. Use Banishing Light to keep the big creatures off the board. Use High Noon, Rest in Peace, Seam Rip, Authority to keep things from getting out of hand. And for the love of God, hit the right card off your United Battlefront. That's my advice so far. But let's go get another. If you like hitting with your United Battlefronts, I really believe that the more of you use promo code CGB5 at coolstuffinc.com, the more likely I am to hit off my United Battlefronts. You know what? Scratch that. That doesn't matter. The more likely you are to hit off your United Battlefronts, that'll get there. That'll get the attention. No way you guys would pull for me to hit off my United Battlefronts. Anybody still watching these videos in some way must be taking a lot of joy every time I'm miserable. Okay, nice. Good Star Cage draw. I'll keep a Battlefront draw even without the land. I have faith. It is a lower land count than you guys probably want to see, but here we go. All right, so this is a setup for them to play a Kaito. So we could Star Cage, and they're just going to flash a creature in and Kaito anyway. So let's go for a way to pressure the Kaito with Jeskai. And if they just play Kaito here, at least we start making creatures to attack the Kaito. Okay, Preacher is not Kaito. That's pretty cool. And we get our first Gobbo. Let's have more Gobbo. And then our Battlefront is potentially even better if it's drawing us cards by making more tokens. And let's get it cooking. Do we hit them? I guess. It only has lifelink until end of turn. So you want to get that life where you can. Well, they get their card. They get their curiosity. They're probably feeling themselves. That's another card. Oh my God, how will we beat it? Well, our value engine is happening. Another siege. That's interesting. Leveling this now makes the life-linking tokens pretty big, but I think we want to draw more cards. How do we do it? I think we could go for Battlefront. There's so many possible hits. High Noon's really good. Clayfire Bricks hits our land drop, plays another Authority. Star Cage kills our own tokens, but takes off the Spyglass Siren and the map. I think it's these. Unfortunately, with High Noon, we can't play Authority. We can get this, but we can also keep them from drawing cards. They can draw a lot of cards, but if we're not taking too much damage, it's not that bad. Also, they have the lower life total now. So they're just making 1/1s that feed us life. Map token. Yeah. Tragic trajectory, really. But tempo decks do rely on multiple cards a turn, and we're getting multiple effects a turn thanks to the siege. And the talent. Yep, that's your one spell. Hope it was worth. All right, two things hit by Star Cage, and our bricks get hit by Star Cage, but that is part of the charm. It's getting our bricks hit by Star Cage. That's another card draw. The Seam Rip in the Banishing Light. Pretty bad. Not hitting our land drop, pretty bad. Could level this up. But yeah, it's quite possible I just want to use High Noon. If I had a land here, I could play the Authority and use the High Noon, but can't. That's pretty rough. What do we do then? I think the best solution is to crack the High Noon at the right time. Give me the life, give me the freeze. Yep, you got it. $17, $18. Okay. That's your one spell? Maybe I don't crack High Noon. Although now I'm kind of priced in. It's the only thing I've really got. Let's kill... The Curiosity just comes back and I need to banish it anyway. Let's kill the Preacher. They're gonna have all these cards. Going down to 8 kind of sucks. But what are they gonna do? Deploy them all? They're just gonna discard a hand size. Okay. I mean, that won't help them. If they think the bat's gonna save them, they're in trouble. They take the Star Cage, but I have Seam Rip into Star Cage if I decide I want it. Okay, they're gonna take the Seam Rip and hope that I just don't get what I need. Okay, I have the Banishing Light. There's okay, it's not a land. That's a land. All right, kind of here. The Banishing Light needs to hit the Curiosity. Let's be real. I'm at 10. They might have another Curiosity, but whatever. So let's go. Boom. Let's go you. If I attack with the 1/1, nah. Play you. Play you. No. So their one spell has to be like removal, or I just get to block their Drowner. Yeah, it's removal. Why didn't they activate the Reef? Did they just miss lethal? Okay. We like those. So we did not get what we need. That stinks. That's rough. Not gonna lie, that hurts. I don't think going to 6 does me much good, so let's take another draw. I mean, they miss lethal, but whatever. Ah. Well, that game fell apart. It was no lands till it was all lands. I don't think... When was I supposed to sack High Noon? When was I supposed to sack High Noon? Was I ever supposed to sack High Noon? Probably not. I was probably supposed to rely on my mana sinks. I was probably just supposed to keep it, especially giving them the turn with it. That was probably a big mistake. All right, this is probably much better in so many ways. Then I could have banished the bat, played Star Cage, exiled a bunch of their stuff, but I would have had no blockers for their Curiosity. Yeah, it's not good. The turn I sacked High Noon, was I supposed to just banish their cat? That's probably the best play I had. It was another one of those United Battlefront games, wasn't it? Okay, this is going to be Rescue Beastie. High Noon is pretty good against this deck. It's about time we had a matchup where High Noon was good. It's hard to win with these decks. Best of one is a solved format. Everybody knows it. You're just out here trying to put in some good time and make some videos without having to read too many Spider-Man, not Spider-Man cards. You know what I mean? Yeah, they get to mostly play solitaire against me. But if this Battlefront gets some High Noons, things get a lot harder for them. Because they're an Omniscience deck, right? But I guess if somehow they cheat out Omniscience and play a Dragon to bounce 2 High Noons, then they can go off from there. So that's the kind of shenanigans we need to watch out for. Well, it's not really clear how these decks always win. Yo, you gonna pick? I mean, look, it's in my emote display. Discard Cavern of Souls. Great choice. We don't hit. We do not hit. No, we do not. But there. Double authority of the consoles. And surely we are closer to a High Noon now, right? Right? I mean, I'm sure we'll be here for like 12 minutes while they play a Kona that's already tapped and play their Omniscience and go off. Okay, they don't have it yet. I think this game's over. I think this game is 100% over. Why not? What could go wrong? I don't even think they need their graveyard. Number of High Noons drawn, 0. Number of Caretaker's talents, 0. Oh my god, they have their combo? How did this happen? It's gonna be like half an hour. I'm honestly not even sure how they win, so I guess I'll make them show me, but Jesus. Okay, why? But why? Now they can loop this and draw their deck, which means that they can eventually bounce these things, which means they just need like a mill thing. I will trust they have it. I don't really care. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You guys sleeping? That was for you. All right, so far, every single time we've had the right card in our deck, we haven't drawn it. Every time. Oh, for exactly everything. Can this deck win a damn game? I could play a million other decks if all I wanted to do was rank up. I'm just trying to play some cool synergies I like and see if they still work. The answer so far, no, nothing works. Standard is absolutely cooked and nobody should play it. But here we are. Llanowar freaking elves, huh? And I have to be on the draw. Let's do it. Your haste creatures are useless. Am I in your head or something? What happened? Ah, yes, this. Look at him go. High noon, baby. Just one spell next turn. Sure, it'll be fine. Hey, we're playing the game we want to play. We're just a turn behind. Let's see if we can survive long enough to not let that ruin our entire game. Jesus. Jesus. All right. Has to be. My board intact. Your board gone. Honestly, this was a big part of what I wanted to do with this deck. I wanted very much to be able to play a bunch of enchantments and then also drop star cages. One spell a turn, right? That's right. I want to get this down. But is that foolish? Probably. Yep. I mean, of course they get a card. But we got it off the board. That wasn't so hard. Ah, that's how we win. Nice. Could call me Dennis Rodman, because I got a rebound. You know, and I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it if all my digital cards weren't in Dragon Shield sleeves. Check out the link in my description for the best sleeves in the business, including the CovertGoBlue logo sleeves at Dragon Shield. And when you shop everything of theirs on the site, all their original designs and supplies and products, you can use promo code CGB5 to get a discount. Link in the description. And thank you to everybody who supports the channel. It does help a lot. Guys, easily we will find a land in our top 3 cards. Easily. 1, 2. I'm having flashbacks to the Convoke deck. Thank God that's rotated out. 3. Okay, fine. You couldn't even give me a seam rip. Good vibes only. No, that's what I get. I actually want them to keep tapping things, so I'm going to take the voice since it attacks for 3 no matter what. They keep tapping stuff. Maybe that's good for me in the long term. That wasn't very hard, was it? I don't think I'm dead next turn, though. So we can still do it. We can still do it. You're cool.